This is Josh Hart, 4 seconds out. Delighted to be joined by Harlem Eubank here in Manchester. Harlem, it's finally here. The biggest fight of your career to date. Jack Catterall, a bit of an away day for yourself as well, coming over to Manchester. How delighted are you to have an opportunity like this sat in front of you?
This is what we've been waiting for. We're here now. We're ready to come in and make a statement and do what I've said I'm going to do, and go in there and perform, and show the world I'm here on the world stage and I'm ready to win a world title. This is what this fight's about.
How did the opportunity to fight Jack come about? Obviously, we've been told that it was a very quick process to get it made, but when did you first hear conversations about Jack Catterall possibly being the next fight for yourself?
When I messaged my manager and said, make the Jack Catterall fight. That's when it was first spoken about. We brought it into existence, and we're here and we're ready to deliver against one of the best.
What do you make of Jack Catterall as a fight? Obviously, we know that he's been to heights that you've not been to yet. You're at different stages. Does it feel a bit like a crossroads fight, would you say?
Yeah, I think he's in his prime. After his narrow loss to Barboza, he's took himself away to America. He's been working in the States, sparring against different guys, improving his game, and we're going to get the best version of him. On the basis of that. When you get a guy that's wanting to win a world title so bad, and they fall short, they go away, they get better. This is going to be the best version of Jack Catterall on July 5th, and that's the man that we're ready to take out.
And obviously, last time out for yourself was, in my opinion, one of the best performances of your career so far against Tyrone McKenna. A flawless performance from the night. What have you taken away from that as you enter camp again now for another fight? What confidence can you take away from that last performance?
Yeah, we continue. We get better, and we take on bigger and better opposition. And this is at the height of the sport. This fight. This is world level, world class operator. Someone that I've picked because I want to challenge myself at the highest level, and someone that I believe I can overcome on July 5th. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go and go to the trenches, work hard, and come in and put on a display.
And you spoke to my colleague Eamon Khan back in London when the fight was first. You had your first face-off with him at the Copper Box, in which you said you're not interested in hearing from Eddie Hearn. Obviously, Eddie's not here today. Was that quite nice for yourself to be able to speak and not have to hear him?
It's not about me speaking. I wanted to hear Jack speak. I think Sam tried to speak over him a little bit, but it was nice to hear Jack speaking for himself. He's the one that's dedicated himself to the craft and brought himself to this position. So it's important we hear from him as a fighter, and not other people that want to speak on his behalf.
What did you make of Sam's outfit of choice today, and wearing the badge, almost seemingly mocking your Chris Eubank Sr?
Yeah, I was as intrigued as everyone else. I don't think it landed, and I think he'll be returning it next day delivery, because it didn't make no sense.
Do you feel there was trying to play some mind games on you maybe there? Do you feel that's what he was attempting to do?
I think he was just trying to get anyone talking, But like I said, we're not interested in that. We want to hear from Jack. He's out in the position to, speak his piece, And we want to hear it from a guy that's been there and done it. And that is Jack Catterall. We're not interested in hearing from anyone else on the fight.
Is that the beauty of this fight, and the fact that I feel we don't need to hear a lot of talking for the fans to understand how good this fight is? You can see the reception that it's had on social media. Everyone's a big fan of it. You can see today, even though you and Jack seem very respectful towards each other, it's still going to pack out that AO Arena on July 5th, isn't it?
Listen, you don't need to talk trash when it's the best fighting the best. When you go up against the best, you don't need to. There's a lot of guys that are going to talk a load of rubbish and then fight no one. And, that is the game that fighters have been allowed to get away with for too long. I'm one of the guys that I'm here to fight the best. And Jack Catterall, we give him his respect for what he's done in the sport. You don't need the trash talking, when you're up against the best and you're ready to prove it at world level, and that's the position I'm in.
How do you beat Jack Catterall on July 5th?
Turn up and deliver the best version of Harlem Eubank. That is what beats Jack Catterall, and I'm excited for that night.
Just very quickly before I let you go, we've seen reports that Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn 2 is being targeted for September 27th. First of all, do you believe there's any need for a rematch? Obviously, we all know what happened just over a month ago now. Do you feel there's any interest in a rematch, or go separate ways?
I think it's, when it's that conclusive, when everything outside of the fight has occurred to create such a historic night. I don't think that can ever be recreated. That's a night that will live in boxing history for a long time. Junior's won the hearts of the people. He's the people's champion. And that's what the sport's all about. He won in convincing fashion. I'd like to see him go and fight Canelo now.
I know you've spoke about fighting Conor Benn in the past. Obviously, all focus on now on Jack Catterall instead. But a win over Catterall will really put you up there as one of the world's best at welterweight. Do you feel that will put a little target on your back and possibly lure Conor Benn into a fight with yourself?
I think this is way above Conor Benn's level. This is Jack Catterall. This is their best guy. We're going for their best, not the guys that have been fighting nobody. And when they do step up, losing, and walking around like they won. That's not what the sport's about. This sport is about fighting the best, and Jack Catterall is the best they have. So it's about overcoming Jack Catterall. My full focus is on him. But, I'll be in line after this. This will put me in position to fight for a world title. This is the type of fight I needed at this point in my career.
Do you feel this is the type of fight where a win turns you from, you've been the hunter your career? Do you feel this will make you the one that's being hunted instead?
Potentially. It's funny how how perception moves, but I'm ready to go in there and put on a statement performance. We know what Jack Catterall's achieved. We know his accolades, but I'm not fighting his accolades. I'm fighting the man, and I'm ready to beat that man.
Just lastly, what role will we see Chris Eubank Sr. play in this fight? Will we see him around on fight week by your side?
No doubt. He's always with me. He's always on the phone, telling me, give me wisdom, give me gems, and he's going to be there as he always is to support me and be by my side. And it's great to have him in your corner going into world-class fights like this.
Well, Harlem, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time, and see you on fight week.
Appreciate it. Nice one.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.